Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to our little slice of Oceania. This is our latest colony in the Oxygen Not Included launch upgrade. Man, I can't even talk today. The launch upgrade that is still currently in the beta. There was another patch today that fixed the issue that we were having before with the pipes causing issues. So if we connected up a bunch of pipes and you broke one of them, then you could cause a bug that caused like permanent crashing and stuff. That's apparently been fixed. It's probably a good sign for this colony, so it has a better chance of surviving than the last one we had, where things were a problem. I'd like to try and get some food supply going today. We've been using the little microbe musher here to try and supply food for our colony because we just didn't have too many other options, but that costs a lot of water and dirt and stuff. Just not optimal, so I'd like to find something different to get set up. So we're either going to try and find a farming solution where we can grow some plants, or we'll grow some animals and make some fancy little animal meat, which will just be tasty. Animal meat. Welcome everyone who's here in the chat so far, or if you're watching on the channel afterwards, welcome as well. This colony is still relatively early in. We're only on cycle 23, so we have a lot of stuff we still have to set up and everything. Hopefully we'll get something going well today. I think I'm going to start first by just building a spot over here. We can do some ranching with some pips. I do need to check and see what we have in progress for research. I think we got fairly far into it last time. Yeah, we did, but we didn't actually get the ranching stuff done yet. So I'm going to wait till they finish doing the advanced power regulation, and then we'll go and grab the ranching stuff. In the meantime, we can create a little solution over here that we can maybe corral some pips into and see if we can make them into our unwitting little barbecue slaves. Temperatures over here are a little on the spicy side. I think the pips are pretty good with a pretty wide range of temperature though, so we should be good that way. Critters don't seem to suffer from the heat so much. If you go to the farmer group, get a high-skilled farmer and block everyone else from farming. Farmers get a higher chance of seeds to expand quickly. They do, you are right. Yeah, we're going to try and work with pip meat, but I think the catch here is going to be that we don't have pinched pepper nuts too much. And I also don't have the kitchen setup that will let me cook barbecue anymore. You can't use those on the electric grill. You actually have to have the gas grill to be able to do that. So that kind of impairs that option for cooking a little bit. They might just have to eat the raw meat. It's still good for calories and stuff, but... Richard with the super chat. Thanks, Richard. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Here's a suggestion. Pay for bristle blossom seed in the printer pod. Or pray for bristle blossom seed. Well, bristle blossoms are going to have a problem also. I mean, they still have a range of temperature that they can grow in. And they also require water, which I don't really have a lot of on this particular colony. There is a supply we have over here that's growing a little bit, but actually this is kind of maxed out in here. I need to get some of this oxygen pressure out of here. 5.2 kilograms of it at 47 degrees is pretty warm. But we do need to get some of that out. So let's plan to have a duplicant come down here. They can run up this ladder. We'll send them across here. And then we'll cut into... Wow, 47 degrees. That's going to be a little hot. I've got to get the air pressure out of here, though, because if we don't, it's just not going to allow for any more water buildup. And the water is the thing that we really need out of here. So let's try and we'll throw a ladder in here. We'll dig this out. Doesn't matter about the mealwood there, because we can't do anything with that anyway. And then we'll throw a little door on here. Block it off with some tile, and we'll try to seal this in a little bit. So cutting in here will let a lot of this oxygen out, then the steam will start up again. Plant pierogi tree. They don't need water, only grease and cheese. Pierogi trees. But I mean, depending on your preferences, if you have a pierogi tree, then you have to have a sour cream system also. You know, that's just... I don't know how feasible that is here. We don't have anything that produces milk. Alright, so... Pips over here, I think. I'm going to block this just off with... Well, you know, maybe I'll use an insulator. We're trying to control the atmosphere in here a little bit. Poor little pips. Thought he was going out of town. I would not be able to stream. I am, but as I mentioned, I'm leaving tomorrow. I did post the schedule on the community tab on the channel. So if you go to my main channel page and click on the community tab, I'll generally post in there if I know what I'm going to be streaming ahead of time. So you get a sense of what I'm gonna be playing, or it's also available in the Discord. I'll usually post it in there, any announcements as well. We're streaming tonight. Tomorrow I travel and I'll be back. I won't be back until Friday night, so the next stream after this won't be until Saturday night. Yeah, if old ladies think oh, okay, teddy bearisms. That's inappropriate. Sergio, please don't spam. Show me that research. No, still working on it. I'd also like to kind of play around a little bit with some of our options for making things cooler here. I'm going to set up an ice machine in here. I'll just put this on the liquid tile. Not that it's going to really matter too much, but I'm going to put an ice machine in here and see if we can make a little bit of ice out of the water. I don't know if there's any loss of mass when we do this, though. It says converts water into ice, but it doesn't say anything about the quantity that it actually uses or what the output is, so we'll see what happens. Starvation, no! Brittany, I think you're a little delayed. Now you're spamming. Playing some Shipwrecked. Oh, that's good. Okay, so that one's done. Let's go ahead and get our farming research, or our ranching, rather. We can also get Pakus, actually. If we can find some of those, it would be all right. This is the thing we need here for the barbecue. This gourmet meal prep. So, well, let's go for the whole works. The whole thing. You should build that water and tank idea from last stream because there's a lot of CO2. Build that water and tank idea. I'll be entirely honest with you, I don't entirely remember. Oh good, they cut into this. The steam's now cut down a bit. So once the air pressure lowers in here, it can produce more steam, which allows for more water. And I think I'm going to set a water pump at the bottom here too, so we have this ready to use whenever we would like to. I don't have insulated pipes yet. I guess they don't really need to be insulated until they come out of this space, so I'll just put this up to here. Do the same thing with our wiring. So they'll build it, and then we'll deal with it later. Oh, while they're here, harvest this. I'm surprised they didn't complain about the heat in there. It's like 50 degrees, and they don't have exosuits. Crazy. Rothagar's automated ranges broke your brain. I haven't seen his video on that just yet. Probably a little behind on a few videos for things. Alright, so 8 duplicates. We have room for 2 more with the beds we have. We're sort of treading water a little bit on the oxygen. This whole setup down here isn't really getting enough CO2, oddly enough. There's enough air pressure down here below this pocket of CO2 that we're not getting what I need. I'm gonna have to get rid of what's in here. So we'll build a floor right across here, I guess. And I'll plan to just put some airflow tile in the middle. We'll let the CO2 kind of filter down a little easier that way. Get all this out of here. Actually, I probably shouldn't do this until I actually dig up most of the dirt. That might make sense. There you go, dig all that stuff up. As long as we can get back to the ladder. Ah, dude, too much CO2. Yeah, whatever. It's CO2. We still have air. That's the important thing. I can turn these on at any point, too. I only don't have them running right now because the temperature coming out of them was super hot. So we're going to need to cool these before we can make use of them also. In a lot of other colonies, I would normally try to use the water as a place to cool things off. I would just run piping through the water, but it's not cold. It's all like 30-some-odd degrees, so doing that won't produce any net benefit for me. How do they breathe? They run around and find oxygen pockets and they breathe. They're alright. They're not getting good quality air, but they're getting air. All of Brothgard's vids break my brain. He's crazy in depth. Yeah, he definitely does go into a lot of detail. He's very much into like engineering and stuff as a profession, I believe. So it's one of those things where it falls right in line with his interests. Check out the new ethanol distillers. We did have ethanol distillers in the first time I attempted a colony in this. And we do need to produce some power and stuff too, so it might be a good idea to get something set up. Last time I didn't think too much about where I was laying up my power grid, and this time I should probably give it a little bit more forethought. And maybe instead of putting the ranch over here, I should do my ethanol system with power grids over here. Trouble is, we're gonna need polluted water and stuff that we can feed into our trees in order to get the wood growth. I've chopped down, I think, a bunch of them. What's our industrial ingredients here? Not miscellaneous, not cooking ingredients. Do we not have any wood? I thought we had lumber already. I thought there were some trees that we'd already gotten some from. Though perhaps not. And if that's the case, that could be a problem. Why don't I open up that oxygen-filled area at the bottom of the base to the right of the ladder? I'm going to it gradually. I'm not really in a big rush. We're getting I mean, they're getting enough oxygen to breathe, so I was trying to conserve what's down here. This is not going away until I open it up, so I've been sort of delaying a bit. We are ready for another duplicant, though. Let's bring another one of these in. Alright, we have Meemaw, who is, there we go. There's the husbandry I think I was looking for. Because I don't think we have anyone with animal husbandry yet, so we'll probably take Meemaw. She's squeamish and narcoleptic. Well, a double whammy, but the squeamish isn't really so bad. Suit wearing a researcher or monthly seeds. I'm going to take the Meemaw here. Stress reaction vomiter. This could be Richard. Thanks for the super chat, Richard. Richard Osterholt. Welcome to the colony. As always, common disclaimer. There's no guarantee of survival in this colony if you happen to end up here. Hey, Jay Wallace, how you doing? That's the sauna today. It is a little warm in here. It's just a little warm. It's a little over 30 degrees. It's kind of like summer weather in here. I still can't dig this. Let me check. Hold on. Do I have skills we can get somebody upgraded to the digging yet? Not yet. Not yet. Evie Hannah. We can upgrade her to allow for more carrying. That's probably a good thing to do. Astronomy research. We can top that out. Sure, why not? Scott Delaney. Oh, and actually, while we're doing that, I might as well give her the new fancy hat. Stick with that one. Scott, we were working on improved carrying, so we'll continue that route. Rolf and Mage. Oh, I didn't set anything up for them. Improved farming 1. I think is where I'm going to go here. And then Richard, we want to get him into ranching, so we'll go this way with Richard. Any ideas for self-sustaining electrolyzer yet? All I've got is something that needs more heat to properly function. More heat for an electrolyzer? That doesn't seem reasonable. I mean, I normally do build an electrolyzer system, but this colony doesn't really have a really solid supply of water. I mean, this is the closest thing I have to a supply is right here. Everything else is just little pockets that are going to be depleted relatively quickly, so I don't know. Not sure what you mean by more heat, though. Ranch means you can eat more cute animals. That's right. Ranchy goodness. That's right. Dig that out. Keep going. There you go. Bonsai! Alright. Perfect. That opens up the CO2, which should allow the oxygen to move upwards and the CO2 to go downwards, so we can feed our lovely little plants down here. Need to turn on our other oxygen soon, though, unfortunately. Just don't forget the ranch dip. Take our animals and dip them into water. Is that what you're suggesting? Okay, I mean, I guess we could try it, but it's not going to work with pips. They climb on all surfaces. They could just get out. Forgot you made the cut. Starts looking at dupe insurance. Any salt water yet? We do have some salt water, so there's a little bit over here. I don't have the desalinator set up yet, obviously. There's just a couple little pockets of it that I've found so far, but this particular planet, Oceania, has a large subsurface ocean on it, is one of the traits that we took, so that'll be up, you know, up here somewhere. There is another geyser up here, too, I haven't gotten to check out. I have to go look at that eventually. Sean Hilda with the super chat. Mr. Fox, can I have a dude, please? Also, to not die. I make no guarantees about survival. Dupes that pee in water get to eat ugly animals. The dupes that pee in the water, we feed them the Drecos, and the other ones get to eat the cute ones. That's how that's going to work, right? I'm going to put a little storage container down here. And I tell them to store ice in here, so as they produce ice from this fancy machine, we can get them to store it down here and try to lower the temperature of this water a bit. And alternatively, I guess I could just have them make... I don't even need to... do I have... I do have temperature plates. I can't choose ice, though. And oh, there it is. Nope. There's no ice option here, so I might have to work... Like, wait until they actually produce the ice before I can choose it as a substance, but... We'll see what happens. If I can, then I'll just build those down here. That'll help a bit. You haven't built compost? You're right, I didn't. We don't need no stinking compost. No, literally, it stinks. Alright. We'll put that over here. Oops. I can't block this off entirely. I want to have CO2 flow. So I'm just going to plan for them to put the compost out here. There is a pocket of chlorine there, which I'm not thrilled with, so maybe I won't dig all that out. Alright, we'll dig all this out. We'll stick our compost in here. If that geyser turns out to be old, will it be a geyser? But got $122 worth of stuff for $45 because my points card at Shoppers wasn't working and the girl tried to give me $60 off, but took off too much and gave up. Oh my goodness, really? Oxfords are free dioxide skimmers, but with a slight bonus. Yeah, they're not great. I mean, you have to have a lot of them if you have a lot of duplicants. It takes like a little more than 3 plants per duplicant, which is kind of a lot. But, you know, as a free source of whatever, it's a free source of oxygen and removing some CO2, it's not that bad. All things considered, it's pretty good. I'm going to dig in here so we can harvest these trees also. Actually, harvest all this junk. How is this mealwood growing down here? What's the temperature? 29 degrees. Just barely in that range that makes it feasible. So I'm going to plan to keep this place as our fancy little park. Which means we're going to need to have a door on here that's going to be usable. Otherwise, we're going to get like different gases and stuff in here. There we go. Steal some Dracos too. Oh, I have ice now. Okay, good. This can be set for filtration medium. No, no, that's not what I want. I want liquefiable. Where is it? There we go. Ice. Let's see if it gives me the option now to build this out of ice. Iron ore. Ice. It does. I just don't have enough of it yet. So, it's probably not going to be a great option. This ice machine maker is kind of slow. New attribute. New attribute. Oh, skill, you mean? Somebody earned a skill? There we go. Ah, there we go. Super digging. Haha, we can go find out what that geyser is. And as soon as we find out, we can run to the massage table to recover from the... oh, actually, no, it's pretty good. It worked out all right. I was clicking on something else. Okay, good. So there won't be a big morale impact either. System took $60 with your points, but didn't take the amount off the total, so they had to input it manually. The girl was stressed and get... Oh, that's nice. Bank error in your favor. Super diggy digging. That's right. So that means they can dig into this now, and we'll find out what this little geyser is down here. I still think it might be like a slush thing, because it's pretty cold around there. Of course, I don't know that for certain, but I guess we'll find out. I don't know what kind of geyser it is without digging it. Well, I know generally what the shape and stuff of it is like, but... Does the hat have to change? I don't know whether the hat makes a difference. I can't tell yet. Probably can't hurt. That's construction. Here it is. They don't even run back anywhere to change the hat now. They just stand where they are and swap hats. So it's not that big a deal, I guess. But oh, this is open down here now. We can put compost in. Refinement. There we go. Look at that sweet, sweet compost. Probably a room deodorizer would be nice in here too. It's all full of chlorine and stuff, and unfortunately, we're just gonna get into my base. Which means I probably should go ahead and, well, no, actually, with all this stuff built here, I can't really do an airlock too well. I could do it here, I guess. No, hold on. Cancel that. I can do an airlock right here. There we go. So we'll build one of these. That will keep the chlorine and stuff from floating into my base. Build that first, please. Try constructing the water and gas tank idea I figured out from the last stream. I'm not entirely sure what you mean from the water and gas tank idea. The base is empty, very empty. Please put more things in it. We're working on furniture and stuff, don't worry. We should do a mess hall so our duplicates will have a place to eat. That will help a lot with morale and stuff too. So if we plug that in here, this room should be big enough for that. In our furniture space, this is going to require, well, let's just double check the room conditions here. I think for a great hall now we have to have a light source. So 32 to 120 tiles, decor items plus 20. It needs a recreational building, it needs a light source. So we can put in here our little water cooler. It needs a light source, but I don't think it actually has to be turned on. So again, just sort of a funny little thing. I'm going to set enough for 2 in here anyway, just in case at some point in the future they decide they want to make us so you have to turn it on. We'll fill this in with mess tables. I don't know how many that is, but we're going to have a bunch of duplicants, so why not? And then they probably should have some sort of art in here. Otherwise, we can't get what we need. Work side. I can do paintings and stuff. I can do hanging plants. Like so. And then we could also do like a little statue at the end. Oxygen overlay. Big pocket of CO2 through the middle. Because normally what I do is I try to produce the oxygen, or release the oxygen anyway, up towards the top of the colony. So it builds up air pressure near the top and forces the CO2 downward. This is kind of an odd system because I have my little ferns all down here at the bottom. It's a little bit different. I need to set these storage containers to handle lumber, I think. Industrial ingredients, lumber. There we go. Filtration, medium, sand. No critter eggs. Sure, put the clothing in here too. Why not? There we go. Have they updated or fixed what happened the last time the black hole eating your game? They did, yeah. There was a patch that came out today that fixed the plumbing stuff. So they reinstalled the thing that's supposed to make the plumbing more efficient. And they apparently fixed the bugs that were there too. Geyser's open. What have we got? Saltwater geyser. Well. That could be really handy as soon as I can tap into it in an effective way, I guess. Trying to make some space here so we can allow for the salt water that comes out of this thing to accumulate. There we go. Let's put a priority 6 on the stuff that's gonna let them get down there. Otherwise somebody's gonna wind up digging themselves out and leave them. No, don't trap yourself. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. What temp does the salt water come out? That's a good question. I haven't seen one of these yet. 9.9 kilograms at 30 degrees Celsius. That's actually really not bad. It has food poisoning germs in it, which isn't great. It erupts 370 seconds every 923 seconds, but it comes out at almost 10 kilograms a second. That's pretty good. The eruption period's not very long, though. Not really thrilled with that. Hopefully, it doesn't have long periods of being dormant. If it does, that could be kind of a nuisance. Oh, and I didn't mean to do that. Deconstruct that. Cancel these. I don't want the building in here just yet. Starvation. The game, the whole family can play. 0 kilocalories. Dupaverl, let's go to crop tending for you. Nope, we've already got that. Alright, superior crop stuff. Improved farming. Not that you're farming anything just yet, but... I mean, technically we are down here with these, but... Very useful geyser once you can tap into it. How far along is your research? Not super far just yet. So we've been working over here on... actually, I kind of got the stuff I needed here for the ranching, so I can skip this for now. I need insulated piping. Where is that? Liquids. There you go. Improved plumbing is what I'm going to want here. Let's get that going. If you loop the salt water through a couple storage tanks inside the chlorine, it'll get rid of the germs. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot. We need a good source of chlorine. I mean, there's just little pockets of it here right now. These, well, I mean, technically I could actually put chlorine under here, but you can't trap it effectively. Might want the desalinator a bit sooner than planned. Potentially. We have a lot of water right now, so I'm not super, well, not a lot of water, but we have plenty of water for our need at the moment, so I'm not super concerned about it. Oh, man, they must have changed the image for the ice or something. Oh, wait, or is the ice in the machine now? Ice, 90 kilograms at minus 20. Oh, yeah, it is actually in the machine. Oh, that's cool. Might want to build a farm yesterday. This is insufficient water. What's it saying insufficient water when I can get water right here? I mean, one thing it was saying waiting for water delivery, but it's kind of not. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. That was a delivery of dirt. All right. Choose a duplicate. Duplicant number 10 or whatever this is. This will be Sean Hilton. So we're looking at ranching or doctoring, tidying, giving him +7 strength, or nutrient bar. 4,000 calories worth of nutrient bar. Decrease calories in the bottom of the stomach. Oh, boy. Okay, hold on. The next one will be Sean Hilton. This one I'm going to take food, because I want our duplicates to survive. And I haven't really been doing the best job of supplying them with food. This plant's not even... Oh, no. 20 to 50. Good. This one will grow. Hooray! We can get Earthleaf to grow in here. Small miracles. How's that doing room-wise? It's a mess hall. How many tiles do we have in here? Room hotel. Room tile. Room size 64. No, I think it's the, maybe we don't have artwork that's good enough yet. Or decorative items or whatever it is. Is it gonna say, does it say I don't have a light source, maybe? Requirements, mess table, no industrial machinery, light source, effects +3. Nope, it is counting the light source. I think it's the 20+ decor item that I'm missing. I thought the plants would provide enough for that, but apparently not. What can I do? Light bugs for solar power, a good idea, yeah. Man, they went through that 4,000 kilocalories of nutrient bar already. I guess they were hungry. Who knew? Alright, I'm going to turn these things back on. I was worried about the temperature, but frankly, I want the oxygen. So let's just enable these for now. I'll figure out a cooling system for them later. Shot buckets are now a great source of omelet materials. Well, they produce a ton of eggs when you can have them, but it takes multiple eggs to make an omelet when you get them from shine bug eggs. So I'm not sure how good they are from that perspective. Why are you doing this to me? Copy settings. There, man. How about now? Did we get a +20 decor item? Ah, it's still a mess hall. What's this providing? +15 decor. Oh, I think I made it out of the wrong material. Deconstruct. Yeah, I made it out of igneous rock. I need to make it out of granite. There you go. Try that again. Oop, that's not what I wanted. I wanted priorities. A couple of the duplicates we brought in, we haven't set up their priorities yet. So I guess we'll set up ranching for Rolfin? No. Go this way. Science +3, cuisine +3, agriculture +5. So I guess we'll put you on farming too. Not that I'm farming a lot, but You need to dump cold rust in the water to cool it before using it. Changing the temperature of water is really kind of an adventure. They do have some machines that will do that. I don't think I have any unlocked just yet. Shearing station. Oh, good. We can do that. I don't know where I want to do this farm. Maybe we'll do it over here. We'll make our pit farm over here. Take that up. This is all on top of dirt too, so the pips will just replant it all. Oops. That was smart. There we go. Hooray! Could you please put VR on your channel? Never seen a VR video from me. From you, rather. Yeah, you haven't seen VR from me because I don't have a VR system. So, I can't really do that right now. Maybe one day if I can get my hands on one, but... I have toilet cleaning at priority 9, so it was just a matter of time before they cleaned it. They got it caught up. Still at 0 food. How's our vitals? Yeah, we're kind of treading water. Not great. I'm gonna leave the seeds in here. The pips can replant them on their own in the dirt, which will be great. This is all granite over here. That's cool. Use some of that granite. We're gonna need station in here for the grooming station. Under food, we will need the critter drop off. It's so funny they even categorized it under food. And then the pips eat lumber, so we can't really put that in a food thing, but I can actually just leave the seeds in here. And they'll plant them on their own. I realize you changed your logo. It's really hard to see the logos on my screen. They seem to be really, really small. I don't know if that's true for everybody, but on my computer, they just turn out very big. VR too expensive for CF. Yeah, those systems are pretty expensive, you know, like $700-800 kind of thing. It's a little hard to justify that at the moment. Too much family stuff. They eat the arbor tree, not the lumber. So they'll eat it right off the tree. Where's the pip here? They subsist on lumber and enjoy foraging for seeds. So I'll have to see whether they have to eat the actual... Oh, no, it is the arbor tree. Yeah, okay. So they have to eat the actual tree and not the lumber. I guess technically they're eating the lumber off of the tree, but similar to the Dracos, I suppose. They got to eat the living plant as opposed to the actual just... The result. Man, the zooming thing on this is still crazy. They said in a patch they fixed it, but it's still too intense. Okay, we have the insulated piping done. I should probably try and get radiant piping too. So here's the thermal aqua tuner. This is what will let us reduce temperatures. Now it does produce heat on its own, but if we can put that in a place where I don't care about the heat, then that's all right. This is up to like 5 kilograms again. The water that comes into this is only 30 degrees, so I don't care that it's here. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll dig this whole geyser out of here. Start collecting up some salt water. Let the oxygen out from the bottom of the forest room. Well, I don't know. I kind of want the. I kind of want to keep this as my forest down here. Oof, they did not change the temperatures on this, though. 40 some odd degrees. Good lord. This colony's so hot. Let that run for a bit. We'll play catch up. I mean, I have a source of oxygen. I'm not super worried about not letting this oxygen out. Besides, I have plants growing in here I can actually harvest. Which I kind of like. The temperatures are sufficient down here. Like, it's just barely on that edge. If I cut this open, then it's going to start to warm up the same as everything else is in this colony. There's our salt water. Okay, furniture we should have. Yeah, here's the park sign. Let's make a park for our duplicants. They can go relax down there now if they want to, and they have air to breathe even when they're in there. At least until the oxalite runs out. Cooling fans use ice now, so we'd have to do that. How much ice do I have in here? 0. It's like instant melting. Well, there goes the duplicant. Goodbye, Dupaverl. I thought their vitals were still okay. Oh no, Lyrella's gonna be next. Alright, well, good times. Without, it's gotta be because I wasn't producing... This is a priority? What's the deal? Why are you doing farming instead of cooking? Where are you? Cooking's your top priority, and yet you're down there watering the plants. Or feeding them, I guess. Feeding them dirt. Just make the... And then someone else is making the mush bars. What the... Come on. I don't understand how the game prioritizes anymore. R.I.P. Poor dupes. It was the Dupaverl that died. They starved to death. Should have been working on the farm a little sooner, I guess. Let's set this up for pips. Pips and pipsqueaks. I don't know if anyone is actually a rancher yet, but... Find out soon enough, I guess. Plus 18. Ugh. I'm still not good enough. Still just a mess hall. There's a lot of chlorine in there, did they? Someone else just died. There we go. Lyrelia died on the job. So we have rolling power outages because the only power I have right now is this manual generator. I didn't set up anything else yet. Been procrastinating on it. Actually, where's my consumable ore? Not a lot of coal. Poor Lyrelia was busy farming gold coins and MMO died at her PC. That's right. Oh, it's interrupting the micro musher? Is that what's happening? Wasn't even noticing. Alright. Well. Let's dig out a space over here. I'm gonna put in here the gas-powered generator. Never mind, I won't. I don't even have it yet. That's awesome. I forgot we researched that in the other colony. Alright, in the meantime, we'll put maybe a coal generator in here. Let's try and get some power production going that doesn't require our duplicants to be running on the treadmill all the time. Plus, we only have small batteries in here, too, which isn't helping. I do have the heavy watt wire available, so that's good. Heavy watt joint plate is good. So connect up to that. Throw a power transformer in here. No, I put it in backwards. Of course I did. But I want to do it the right way. Whoop. There we go. I'll work on a full grid later, but this will give me at least a power source that I don't have to have somebody running on the treadmill. And should give us a little more consistency, too. What's the new way to cool water? If sieves don't work any longer, they were staple of your gameplay. Well, you'll end up having to use probably the liquid temperatizer. Which is in utilities, is it? I think they're actually working on the research for it now. Lyrelia sort of died at the job, and she was our researcher. I think we might have some others that can do the job, but this one here. Oh, sorry, not the temperatizer. The thermal aqua tuner is the one that gets rid of heat. So you can build a system off of that. There's probably a few ways you could do it if you could find some cold enough materials to do it. Pipe it in front of a hydrogen. What's that machine that sinks all the heat? Runs off of hydrogen. Brain won't work. Where do you dump the heat from? You need a pocket like to put it in water, so polluted water is a good option for that because it takes a lot to heat it up, but choose a blueprint. Look at all the 10 duplicants. Another 4,800 kilocalories of food to keep people alive, or another duplicant. Well, we're gonna keep taking the food for the moment. Count our blessings. Take the food. Feel that power. Saltwater has a lot of germs. Yeah, it's called like the thermal entropy nullifier or whatever. I don't see a cold biome, so I can't even reference it, but anti-entropy thermal nullifier. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Temperatizer doesn't move. Well, it's not the temperatizer, it's the other one. But you're right. So what it does is you pipe water through it, and it heats up a different source of water instead. So you're transferring heat from one place to another to get a cooler flow of water coming out the other side. It takes a lot of power though, which is kind of a pain. Speaking of power. Okay, I should have a storage bin in here for our coal. Put priority 6 on this to get this built quickly. This unfortunately is going to fill up with CO2, which is going to be a real pain. It seems like everything produces huge quantities of CO2 now. They put salt water in the game? They sure did. We actually just found a geyser that has salt water in it. Right down here. So this is producing salt water for us. It's full of germs, though. It's got 5.7 million food poisoning germs in it. It's a good thing these things can't transfer the germs, because they, they go wandering through the water, get coated in germs, and then walk it through your base. That'd be great. Here's the thought: if buckwheat can't be grown because there's no seed for them, then how could they coming into being? Same thing, I guess, as duplicates are. We're not really growing us from a seed either. In all fairness. They've apparently added muckroot, or a variant of muckroot, into the forest biome with the update that they patched in today. It's supposed to be more rare than muckroot is, but it has like a high calorie count to make finding food in this this type of biome a little easier. Our oxygen levels are recovering now that we have a proper system running. Down here, I really should make a pass through so that I can get CO2 to flow all along the bottom of the base in a better way. Skills. Tell me I have a rancher. Rolf and Mage. Crop tending. I have a lot of crop tenders. BDS Empire could do improved buildings. Let's do that. Alright. I'm out of researchers. I lost all of my research. Alright, that's great. Someone else said research is a strength here. Creativity. Creativity. Athletics. Strength machinery. Nope, I lost everyone that had any kind of sciencey business going on. Okay, we're gonna use Rolf and Mage for science. I mean, eventually. I can't give him the skill yet, but that sucks. No research for you. That's what I get for letting duplicants die. Oh snap! This is live. Didn't listen until you said YouTube just autoplayed. Yeah, I stream pretty much every Tuesday night. I stream Oxygen Not Included from 10 p.m. Eastern time until midnight. And then other nights I throw in some other Oxygen Not Included when I get the urge to. Okay, we're getting a little better movement from the CO2 down here, so that's good. Chop this up a bit. More duplicants dead, starving to death. I just dropped in 4,800 kilocalories, but that's only good enough for like 4 duplicants. Just hashtag winning on this colony. Good lord. Not liking the way that I'm making a mess out of my colonies these days. It's one thing to have them just die to stupid things, but I'm just like thoroughly not keeping up with food supply. I can't even... I don't think I can even fry anything up on the grill to make it any better. What have we got that we can plant in a farming tile that might be usable? Just gonna stick a farming tile somewhere so I can look. Doesn't really matter where it is. Oh, actually, never mind. I've got one down here I don't have anything in. I can use that. Okay. Right, so the blossom seeds will grow in 5 to 30. So the temperature kind of rules those out. Same thing with the mealwood. It only goes up to 30, so temperatures kind of rule that out also. Sleetweed obviously needs cold temperatures. Fungal spores we don't have any of because there's no swamp biome in this particular map. We can't eat the arbor tree. Nosh beans require a lot of cold. Pinch of pepper nut we could grow, but it doesn't necessarily do anything by itself food-wise. And then the waterweed seed. Seems to be pretty much our only option. 22 to 65 degrees. We have to pump salt water into it, but that's not so bad because we have a saltwater geyser. The big issue here will be the bleach stone, which there doesn't seem to be a way to produce short of like digging it up. Which kind of sucks. Here lies CrypticFox's colony. They were hungry for knowledge. I do want to build a farm. I need something that I can actually grow in it because the temperatures are so crazy. Why? Somebody made a polluted water swimming pool up here. Let's throw in the electric grill and see if there's anything in there that I can cook up with those pinch of pepper nuts. I think the pepper bread and barbecue is the only thing still. Oh, actually, spicy tofu might work, depending on what that requires. Can you siphon coal to the rust biome? If we pipe things through here, technically we can. Except that it's like 33 degrees down here. So this one is not going to be a good option. Hot, 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 hot. So in other maps, the... oh, there we go. What's up here? Oh, just the... Yeah, this map's all too hot. I can't siphon anything from the environment here. There's no cold biome. And the rust biome's not cold either. It was cold in the other asteroid we had. But it seems like the hot temperatures just nuke everything. Yeah, we have a couple hatches. We can do a hatch farm as well. Actually, what I should do maybe is do a double farm over on this side. We'll throw a ladder down here. Oh no, I can't. I've got to keep the pips contained. Otherwise, they'll climb down the ladder space. I can't get up here though. Let's give them a ladder here. Starvation! Hooray! Mealwood. Can I plant? There's a pip hiding down here. That's not gonna cut it. Oop, there's somebody down here. Let's expand our little garden space. Go down here and do a little harvesting, get a tiny bit of food. Give me what I need. It's so close to not being able to grow, too. It was like 29 and change degrees. Did I set up coal storage? I did. Oh, I built it, but I didn't actually set up the consumable ore. Set this for coal. Priority 6. Trouble is we don't have a lot of coal to begin with, so you know it's going to be a bit of a tight power supply. So I really should have a smart battery in here, but I don't have a system to make refined metal yet either. And we don't have any researchers. I need a researcher. I have the ice machine producing ice down here, but pretty much as soon as we put it in the in our storage, it pretty much all melts away. Hasn't done much to change temperatures here. It's just under 20, just under 30 degrees now, so it is cooling it a little bit. It's a very slow method, though. We could use the cooling fan, which consumes ice, but that's not terribly efficient either. Air's better, though. It's just getting kind of hot in here. I know you already said no research for me. No research for you. 1 year. Yeah, bleachstone and salt water. Maybe lettuce can save the day. Yeah, I have to find some lettuce first. But even still, like you only grow it until you run out of the. Oh, there's slime here. Forgot we had little slime pockets. I wonder if we could get lucky enough to find some dust caps in the slime. Probably not, but inquiring minds want to know. Battery threshold. Let's go until the battery threshold is, yeah, like, I don't know, 35%. When battery threshold gets to 35%, we'll have the generator turn back on. Time to start exploring for cold areas and food. Set a little expeditionary party out. Without oxygen and exosuits. All that other fun stuff. I'm surprised the rust biome in here is this warm. Mind you, these little molten pockets may not be helping. A little cooler up here. Clay, cultivatable soil up here. It's like another little hidden base thing up there. Let's maybe put a door in here. Go see what that has to offer us. I don't know if I can get all the way over there though. I want another come on. Another airlock here. Nope. Dig, that's what I want. Alright, dig all this out. Give me all that. And then up here we'll do too high. There we go. Dig all this out. I can dig it all the way into here. We'll actually get some more stuff we can loot. Or harvest, whatever you want to call it. And we'll just send them all the way across. See what's over there. We'll find out. Base, that means fancy bed for Durgan. It's only 1400 degrees Celsius. That's like Florida in July. Maybe never go to Florida in July then. That sounds a little too spicy for me. On the plus side, they can breathe. They just can't eat. They just have to pick what they want. Sacrifices and all. They got a little food. 600 kilocalories. I need another duplicant now so I can get a researcher. 7 kilograms worth of oxygen in here. Somebody go open this door for a second. I'm surprised it's still erupting with that much pressure. I think there's a little pocket of CO2 in front of this thing that's... Alright. Put it back on auto. Little pocket of CO2 that's stopping it from becoming overpressurized. That's so strange. Thank you. Perhaps a polluted water pool could be used to create a liquid cooling loop. Yeah, we'll have to cool it down enough first, though. Alright, 7 science. That seems like a good option. Let's take that. No taste, anemic. Nope, never mind. Gastrophobic. Won't do cooking and decrease germ resistance. Yeah, whatever. We'll take Meep. Can't go wrong with a Meep. Congratulations, Sean Hilton. You can be a Meep. Thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated. Let's get Meep involved in some research. Because, you know, Meep's all, you know, super brainiac and stuff. He's the smartest of the dupes, really. I mean, clearly. It's been shown. Or something. Scott can go to exosuit wearing, but I can't make exosuits, so I'm not super worried about that. So maybe work on tinkering. Trying to get some mechatronics engineering going on. Masterwork decorating. Yep, that's Durgan. Thank you. Durgan doesn't know she's in this colony. Richard will go to finally the critter ranching. Thank you very much. Critters. Everyone's got the right hat on. Scott, improved carrying, improved tinkering. Sure, whatever. I think they're all fine. Durgan needs the fancy masterwork hat, though. Do your masterwork artwork, Durgan. We need some fancy artworks. These sculptures are just quaint. That's not going to cut it. We need some masterwork sculptures in our bedroom area. And somebody seriously needs to sweep the floor in here too. Clean up on aisle 6. Oh, I didn't build any place to dump our polluted water yet, did I? You deserve the fanciest hats. What they need to add is a vacuum so you can go into a room and suck out a block of air into a container so you have to reorganize the whole room to remove one block of bad air. Oh. Yeah, sometimes it would be nice if there was like some way you could just deal with that one little bit of gas that's floating around that's not what you want. Can be kind of a minor inconvenience. This water's 28 degrees. Is that you demand the cooling vest? Alright, you can put on the cooling vest. Signed to Durgan. Go put on your fancy vest. Get all your cool duds on. Okay, this we can finally do pip ranching too now. Alright, let's grab you. Wrangle. We'll wrangle you. Oh, they also made a nut change in the update today that that stops that whole scenario where plants would automatically rebury themselves or replant themselves now on like wild seeds. So when you dig them up, they'll stay dug up. They won't replant. So that'll be handy. You know what? I could put hatches in there too. There's no reason I can't put them in the same room. Just collect them all together. Set this up for hatches also. Hatch and hatchling. We will need to be able to feed them though, so the critter feeder will have to accommodate for the hatchlings. Finish your room in the ranch before moving the pips. Yeah, that's probably a thing I should probably look at doing. I should probably do something with these bodies too, I guess. We let the bodies hit the floor, but now we need to clean them up. I've got them all bundled up, but they're not getting dropped off. What's going on with that? Go get him. Angle this guy too. The hatches are happy here. They instantly burrowed. No, the bodies give the colony character. Yeah, it'll be a lot of character when the morbs start showing up. Good old morbs. Can't go wrong with some morbs. Put a park sign in the cemetery. We don't have any natural plants down there, though. Wrangle all these little guys. They all need to get wrangled. You too, Pipsqueak. All right. So one got out. We'll wrangle them again. Alright, good. Free air! Oh, we have all kinds of free air. What are morbs? Morbs are like these little alien critters. They'll pop out of your outhouses if you don't clean them up. So if you leave them full of waste, basically. And they emit polluted oxygen. And germs and stuff. Not the worst thing in the world, but they are kind of a nuisance. Why even bother with the ceiling out here? I don't need it. And I take the space out here. We'll set up the plumbing system for our bathroom. Yeah, they do look a little bit like the rover, aren't they? Well, it's oxygen, but it's such minute amounts of oxygen. It's really not worth going after. Rot and blight, Jello flavored like these anyway. Gray Jello. There's no better flavor than gray Jello. What flavor Jello do you want, Billy? I want the gray one that tastes like death. There we go. Everybody go for a swim. Well, actually, I'll let them hop across. That's chock full of polluted oxygen. All coming from the polluted water that's up there. What the? There's a swamp biome. Alright. Cool. I didn't think this asteroid had one. Now, if I could just find some dust caps, we could make use of all that CO2 I have. Although I think they require slightly lower temperatures, too. Those are dust caps in here. Fungal spores! They'll handle up to 35 degrees, though, so they might actually be able to grow in here. That would be really handy. That would be really handy if we could get some mushrooms. I don't see any growing in here, but that Paku just dropped out of nowhere. Buddy Bud. Got some Buddy Bud in there, too. Sand. Right. This is the edge of the map right over here. I can't go any farther left. Alright, well that explains why the polluted water was here. It was because of this. This wonderful, disgusting swamp biome. Actually, the germs aren't that intense in there. Probably because of this hidden base thing here. Alright, well let's get somebody all wet and soggy with wonderful death germs. Oh, that gives me gold amalgam in here too. That's handy. What's this? Algae. All kinds of good stuff in here. What's the swamp temp? 23 degrees right here, apparently, because of this base. But the rest of it is like 28 degrees. See more cold plants up there. Oh, that's a vacuum. Huh. Interesting. Was not expecting to see that up there. It's time to finish your gas trap. Sorry, which gas trap? This one? It's already kind of finished. There's just no CO2 up here to trap. We got a tiny little bit of CO2 in here, but it's mixing with the chlorine, so the chlorine's all coming out. More starvation. Alright. I have that researcher. I should probably tell them to do some research. That might be good. HVAC. Improve ventilation. That's probably a good one. Is there any biome that's legitimately cold in this map? Doesn't seem to be. I mean, I haven't seen a cold biome yet. Even the rust ones are kind of warm. It's colder up here, but that's only because this geyser's right here. I'm not sure what that is yet. Oh, what's down here? 18 degrees. I don't know what this biome is down here just yet, but it's cooler down here. Oddly enough. If the core is frozen, probably. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I haven't dug all the way down to the bottom of the map yet. It goes way off the screen still. So if we go Alt-S... Well, actually, it'll let you scroll down forever, so I don't know how far down the map goes, but this is what we've uncovered so far. Lots of rust here. I gotta get rid of the polluted water that's here. Yeah, CO2 is the heaviest. It always filters its way to the bottom. I think this colony is doomed unless there's some other heat sink. Yeah, well, we're gonna need to make something. See, I'm producing heat up here, which isn't good. Heat death is probably a very real thing here. It is not great. Not great at all. Why have they not built this yet? Oh, that's why. Gotta feed our hatches. We don't want to go hungry. We've already got a polluted water pool. There's one there. Got some more over here. A couple of them anyway. What do we got this time? Choose blueprint. Ooh, Weezewort. I kind of want another duplicate, but I'm taking the Weezewort. Let's plant that thing. It's gonna take a farm tile though, so where should I put this thing? Maybe I'll set it like right up here beside one of these. So we'll do a little planter pod, I guess. Little farm planter. Stick it in there. This salt vine is not consuming the chlorine at the rate it was when I was testing. I wonder if they tweaked that a little bit. She's ready to harvest, though. Tiny farm with the wart, yeah. Use it for food. You can't eat the Weezewort. It's only plant. And if you mean, like, can I grow, like, a farm around it? I mean, I don't know. What's our temperatures like down here? 32. Well, it's like 30 down here. I mean, I might be able to... Let's try it, I guess. I don't think it's going to do enough to cool things, but we can try. I'm going to let them dig up this tree and stuff that's here. I'm going to put a door on this. No, I guess I'm going to need... There's only 408 grams of pressure in here. That's not enough. Cancel... Cancel that too. $325 grams. How much do we need to grow mealwood? 600 kilocalories. I don't have enough. Oh no, sorry, that's the food production. Hold on. 150 grams. Okay, so we have enough. Technically. There's gonna be a really chintzy farm down here, but we'll see what happens. It's like the farm, let the Weezeworts run for a while. That's the intent. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it'll get cool enough in here just from one Weezewort, but can't hurt to try. Just do it with a super chat. Semper Food. Sounds like the U.S. Marine Cantina. Yeah. Food is problems. Kilogram, what? Yeah, I just looked at it wrong. It produces 600 kilocalories. It needs only like 150 grams of pressure. Cancel this. Okay, this is set up for our hatches now. At least it's built. Don't want dirt in there so much. Clay, dirt, meal, lice, muckroot. Nothing that's actual food, please. Oh, I don't have sandstone. What can I put in here that I actually have the materials for? Metal ore, raw. What is it? Cultivatable soil. 30 kilograms of clay, so that rules that out. Dirt I don't really want to use because that has another use. Sandstone I don't really have. Man, I have nothing to feed these guys. Filtration medium. I have 40 tons of sand. All right, sand it is. Didn't realize I had that much of it. 40 tons will last at least a little while. I think it was Aridio. I thought you heard you say semper food. Oh, yeah, not so much. It's the food they feed Marines. But thank you for the super chat, just the same, Jess. Any tips for somebody who hasn't played since about when germs were a thing? I mean, probably a lot of tips. It's a little hard to be overly generic. I'm still, I'm getting the hang of all the changes and stuff that have come out with the recent update that's in beta right now. But I would guess early on, I mean, first cycle, make sure you build toilets. Don't worry about cleaning CO2 right away. Just build a place for the CO2 to fall towards the bottom of your base, and then make use of oxiferns depending on the type of colony that you have. If you're on an asteroid that's in like this this forest biome at the start, you're gonna want to get those going really early. If you're in like a normal sandstone style biome that has algae and stuff in it, then you don't have to worry about it too much because you have algae to produce oxygen with early on. Yeah, I have a few tutorials and stuff. They're gonna need updating with, you know, the number of changes that have happened. We're gonna need to set up some more stuff. I'm gonna have to really start focusing on cooling that's for some experimenting to find a good system that I like. Ooh, actually, do I have the desalinator yet? That would be in refinement, right? No, I don't. Actually, yes, I can put the rock granulator right here, I guess. I don't really have to worry too much about heat as bad because, well, frankly, everything's hot already anyway. Look at all the salt water. Yeah, this geyser is producing a fair amount. It erupts 370 seconds every 923 seconds, so about a third of the time when it's active. And it's producing 9.9 kilograms of salt water per second while it's erupting. And it comes in at 30 degrees Celsius, which isn't too bad either. It's like that's a workable temperature. Is my builder still alive? That's a good question. Not so much. Not so much. I mean, they'll still other duplicates will still do it. They just don't prioritize it. This is a waste of time. Desalinators under utilities. Yeah, I still don't have it though. I haven't gotten that far in the research. She kept clicking on the corpse. It's like, why can't I pick that? Whoops, that's why. Ethanol distiller. No, I guess we could go this route. Wait, where's the desalinator? There it is. Desalinator. Over here with the ore scrubber. Hey Fox, what's your favorite type of pizza? That's a good question. I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite. I've gotten so used to eating just like really plain pizzas because of the kids. CO2 and chlorine is lowest thermal capacity gases. Oh, lowest thermal capacity, yeah. On the first day, the dupes made outhouses and saw that they were good, and there was much pooping. So the salt plants don't use chlorine when ready to harvest. Yeah, so I was hoping these would drop off the vine because they will eventually. It's just taking longer than I thought it would, which isn't great. I mean, these have hit max air pressure up here, I think. Anyway. Too many anyways. It's not that big a deal, but yeah, meat lover pizza's good. I like that. I'm one of those heathens that likes pepperoni or pineapple on pizza, though. Pepperoni and pineapple I like. Okay, build all this, please. I want to get that Wheezewort going down here. Still just sitting in here in front of the gate. That's no good. Can you harvest the salt plants through the holes? No, I tried to experiment with some stuff like taking out the corner pieces and seeing if I could harvest them. Unfortunately, you can't. An auto sweeper can pick up through a diagonal gap like that, but you can't harvest through that gap, I don't think. Not from what I found, anyway. Ready to harvest. It's since turned all brown, so maybe it'll fall off soon. That'll be good. By the way, is ranching and murdering animals in this game an efficient way of getting food, in your opinion, as well as you have the ability to? If you can get enough critters going, then yeah, it's pretty good. And oh, they had to put the plants both right next to a building that's going to stop them from growing to their full potential. Outside of a stable. Wait, what do I need in this here to be a stable? I need a light source. So many things need a light source now. We didn't have to have that before. So we'll just stick that on the ceiling. Doesn't have to be plugged in or anything. What's the purpose of anchovies? I mean, some people like it, I guess. It adds that saltiness. Try moving the top right tile by the rusty oxidizer so you can stand next to the corner of the salt plant. Yeah, I don't know if they can... I don't think they can harvest diagonally that way, though. We could try. There's no harm in doing it. I did set up a system before that would let me harvest them, that wouldn't let the gases out. But it was kind of a nuisance. Mods pizza? I have no idea what that even is. Just don't make it require power of the light. Yeah, the lights I don't even bother plugging them in. They don't even need them. I'm sure at some point they'll wind up patching it so that you actually have to plug the lights in order to get the benefit of the room. But for right now, they don't have to be functional. Hey, Cryptic, looks like a newish start. Yeah, we're on cycle 40. It's been a little bit rough. We've had some duplicant deaths, unfortunately, so we've only got seven duplicants currently. See you, Raised Dragon. Thanks for coming out. Is there a reason why the left ladder has a gap? I don't remember. I think at the time I was gonna put a door there, or I had a door, and then I changed my mind or changed my setup, so I didn't need it. All right. Well, we ran out of power. Somebody go refill this thing, please. Looks like the latest patch will change the pit planting rules. No more stacking wild plants near each other. Yeah. Well, they do plant still stuff that's close together, but they were doing like unreasonably. What? How did you get it there? Wrangle? How did he get out there? There's no gap. Did he go through the pneumatic doors? If so, that really stinks. I shouldn't be able to do that. I think the farm's ready for the wart. Ah, yeah, sweet. Okay. Wheezewort plant. This we will set for mealwood. There's not even enough gas in here to cool. Oh, it's not even enough to grow, really. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, it's the CO2 in there that's not going to really help. I wonder how big the effective cooling area this will turn out to be. Because it's cool, definitely cool enough in here to grow right now. Just needs to have pressure. Under pressure. All right. You know, I'm gonna bite the bullet and start making use of this water. Let's make some real oxygen with this. I can cool the water that comes out down to this 30-degree mark, which is gonna be terrible, but it's gonna be better than nothing. All right. Electrolyzer. We'll pop that in here. I'm just going to do a small one, though, because we have other oxygen production underway anyway. Ventilation. We'll use double gas pump for this. I'm not certain if this is a good idea, because it's going to consume a lot of power, but we'll see what happens. Stick a door on there. All right, we'll go this route. And then airflow tiles in here. Okay. This is going to make things crowded down here. They can't get past it, so I need to chop some of this out. Oh, they can't get past over here even. Ooh, I wonder if they'll deconstruct that. Can they break this obsidian tile? Inquiring minds want to know. Tell me you can smash that thing. Did it make fire poles yet? I might be able to. Did Weezer go back to be able to put in planters without extra stuff? No, you still have to supply them with things. So this is going to require phosphorite at 20 kilograms per cycle, and it's got to be in a farm plot. I mean, the phosphorite's not really that bad, all things considered. It's just you can't put it in a closed system the way you would have before. Okay, so this is the SPOM or whatever you want to call them. For plumbing. Now, the trouble with these is it's going to produce probably hotter oxygen than I'm used to. Because they don't have the same temperature control mechanism they had before. That will present certain challenges for sure. I'm going to need a ladder here. How is that even possible? I can't build there because the plant's here, but there's ground there, so the plant can't really be there. Makes no sense to me. Oh, they can break those tiles now. Sweet. Little chunk of obsidian. What's the latest update for this game? They made some changes to add in the fix that increases the efficiency of like piping and stuff, so it shouldn't have the same kind of game impairment that it once had. They also fixed the thing that was causing the crashes, specifically related to the plumbing, so that's nice. They made some changes to the pips in terms of how they plant things. It's a whole set of patch notes and stuff. If you go to the Clay forums, I hate that background. I wish I could figure out how to change it. So there's a forum for Clay game updates. And they'll have patch notes that will show all the stuff. So the latest patch was today, and this is all the stuff that they changed in today, including like stuff like the tofu, changing the way the pips rummage, so when they pull seeds and stuff out of the storage containers, it doesn't get stuck in limbo where it's like floating in midair and you can't touch it or use it anymore. So they fixed that, which is nice. Janet, can't stream down there and fill your farm with some oxygen or something. Yeah, I was gonna just put like a little oxygen pipe in there, but oh, we got more stuff. Fertilizer, an ugly little pufflet, or we can get some more. You know, well, let's make another researcher, so we have 2 of these. Who wants to be in the colony? Jess already had a character in here. Unfortunately, the dupe of Earl passed away, but who wants to join this colony of death? Early bird and biohazardous. You'll be decreased germ resistance, which isn't great, but it is what it is. Pufflet might be helpful. Well, the trouble is it's going to release the pufflet into the core of the colony where it'll be pooping out germs. Frostbane. All right. Frostbane Mio, welcome. Print. You can be duplicate number 8 in the Death Fest that is our colony. It's funny, they're filling up the storage bin, but they're not filling up... What's the deal there? Same priority. Alright, whatever. Some people might be suicidal. There's a mutation for the pufflet that can make bleach stone. No, that could be handy. That's pretty much the only way to get bleach stone other than finding it in nature then. What a horrible way to have to go about it. Good lord. Let's try and go towards solid transport. I want to get that auto sweeper going. Sacrifice incoming. Ha! Frostbane! Advanced research. Get your helmet on. Alright, Rage Dragon. I guess we can put him on cooking as a secondary thing. He likes it, so sure, why not? I can't make spicy tofu. Mush fry I can make, and pickled eggs. Unfortunately, mush fry doesn't increase the calories. Well, not any significant amount. Yeah, we'll try it anyway. It's a small padding of calories. Google bar on the far right. Settings, appearance, theme, change the background there. I tried that, and it won't go away. My daughter put it on there somehow, and it will not stop. I do not know how to get rid of it. It's killing me. Too many dragons in the colony, kill one of them. Oh, don't worry, Durgan. They'll die at some point. Don't you worry. We specialize in killing off, well, all duplicates of all type, really. I wonder if the pip that was in here starved to death. There was a pipsqueak. Now we only have 2 pips. This guy's out here still. Wrangle him. Wrangle this one too. I thought we had brought more pips up there. Did they die? Did we neglect to feed them when they passed away? I feel like that's a distinct possibility. Thinks you had a chrome add-on that you need to disable or install. I don't know. I tried looking at extensions and I didn't see one there, so I'm not sure. Change your Chrome background image when you open a blank tab. You can change it in the bottom right. There's a pencil icon in the background there. Whoa, boy. Restore to default background. Oh my gosh, you're my favorite. Thank you very much. I did not see that little pencil in the crazy riot of stuff that was on my screen. Oh, that's so much better. Thank you. Best tip ever. Hated that background. Also suggested earlier to haul some wood for the pips. Well, the pips need to eat the arbor tree, though. Specifically, their diet is the arbor tree. So I think you have to actually have the tree growing there for them to eat. I think the salt water runs through pipes to make radiant. Well, it's not really that cool, though. It's only like 29 degrees. What I should do is put my thermal aqua tuner, like, in here. Pump salt water through that to cool it and then send it out to the base. Saw your Get Over It video last night, cried yourself to sleep. Oh, that game, Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Yeah, I gave up on that game. It was just a little bit too frustrating. It's like, forget this. Why am I torturing myself? Farm needs air, maybe just leave door open for a bit. Yeah, I mean, there's not much air pressure out here either, but something would be better than nothing. Actually, I guess where this is placed, it will draw in from the bottom, so it might draw some more air into the room. The temperature actually, it evened out pretty quickly. I'm kind of impressed. I could have analyzed these geysers before, but we killed off our high-level scientists. Can you have a more direct route to place you were trying to build the oxygen room? I could put a ladder here into this little spot down here, and then break my way through the wall, I guess. Or even just put a ladder out here, I suppose. That would do it also. Instead of going down and then up, they could just go through here and over. How many dupes have died tonight? 3. They starved. Food has been a problem. I've been making mush bars the whole time, which is awful because we're just wasting water at this point. We finally started a tiny little mealwood farm down here that because we got a wheezewort out of the printing pod, which was kind of a stroke of luck. You know what I should do, actually? Let's go like this. There we go. That will let CO2 that's drifting along the plants and potentially stifling them drop down into the lower area where we have our little... Well, actually, this park isn't really a park because it's not sealed in as a room. So they'll let the CO2 drop down. We'll let the oxygen go up. That'll give us the oxygen we need in here for the pressure for the little farm to grow. And we won't have to deal with other muckety-muck stuff. Ooh, actually, if I dig all these up and deconstruct all these, I can do a double layer farm in here. We have just enough space here to take this whole thing and move everything up a tile. So we can do a 2-layer farm in here. Please don't get your head stuck in the tile. I'm fairly certain it's going to happen, but please don't do it. If using the steam vent water for mush bars work, or does it have to be a certain temp? No, it doesn't have to be a certain temp. It's just a kind of a long way to run with it. I mean, I have more water up here. It's not like we're completely out. It's kind of a nuisance that this one's running down. Why is that still inside of it? Oh, they haven't built a light yet. We need to build that light so we can start grooming our little pips for lunch. Fattening the Christmas pip. Someone's gonna get their head stuck. Hot mush bars like Mom used to make. The basic idea of this game is that you are stuck inside of an alien asteroid with 3 of these little characters, and you have to build a colony for them to survive in. So you have limited resources to work with initially. You have like limited knowledge in the terms of the stuff that you can build, and as you play through the game, you advance and research more complex things you can build, and sort of build them all the necessities of life. So, air to breathe, food to eat, luxury buildings to relax in, and all that kind of stuff. So you're just basically building a colony inside an asteroid. You can even get to the point of making a rocket and blasting off the asteroid to go in search of things in outer space with your little duplicants. It's a fun game. This is probably my favorite game. Refinement. I wanted... Oh, there's our desalinator. So we can take the salt water and make fresh water out of that too. That'll also give us salt. What is the output temperature for the water in this, though? I don't even know. I have a feeling it heats it up. Ooh, it's a pretty big machine, too. I kind of want to run this thing just to see how it works. I'm gonna build a little pocket in the wall down here for it to run. I don't know what kind of temperature. Well, I guess I'll create a little air space around it, I guess. I don't know what temperature this thing's going to run at, but inquiring minds want to know. Refinement, Desalinator. Where can I send this desalinated water just to experiment with it? Oh, you know what? I can put it in a liquid storage container. I guess that would work. If I have it unlocked. I do. Yeah, liquid reservoir. So we'll stick it right in here for now. Only because I want to see what the temperatures are like and how this whole thing works. So we'll put a liquid pump in here. We'll use insulated piping because I don't know what the temperature is going to be like. We'll send that to our input. From our output, we'll just send that over and stick it in the reservoir. Terrible piping setup, actually. Where's my... It says cancel this a little bit. Should probably try and set up the piping in a way that I can get the water out of it afterwards. There we go. Perfect. Put the local container in the chlorine. Oh, that's a good idea, actually, because it is going to be... it is going to be full of germs. Totally forgot about the germs. So let's go ahead and we'll build this up here. We'll put in another floor tile. Do a double liquid reservoir in here. Okay, so the output pipe from this will go up. We'll send it back into here. This is going to be really sloppy, but at this point, I don't care. There we go. So we'll daisy chain it through the two liquid containers, and the chlorine that's in here should take care of cleaning it up. That's going to require power. And so will this, actually. Okay, that was weird. What happened? There we go. I want to run it and see what the temperature of water is that comes out of it. How much heat does this machine produce? Pretty sure it said... Well, it probably said the amount of heat that it actually generates as a machine. Water, salt, heat 8K DTUs. 8K duplicant thermal units. Decor -5. Salt can be refined into table salt for mealtime morale boost. But we need the fancy punching machine for that. Oh, they built it finally. Let's make some aluminum. Use that for a few different things. Choose a blueprint. Okay, we're gonna get another duplicate in here. So we have 8 currently. I'm gonna go up to 10 again, and then we'll stop. I mean, if they don't start dying off from starvation again before we get to 10. Tidying, +7 strength, germ resistant noodle arms, unconstructive, narcoleptic, interior decorator, night owl. This is a pretty good one. Cooking, operating, and suit wearing. Bubbles is almost always a good duplicant. Me please, me please. All right, Travis, you can be Bubbles. Congratulations, Travis. Welcome to the colony. Duplicate survival not guaranteed. You know, it's funny, when I was testing with this, these little dash of salt vines were consuming more of the chlorine than what was being produced. I couldn't keep a pocket of chlorine in here. It was just constantly dragging it down and out. Now that I'm doing it in the production game, it's actually not consuming it all. It's kind of funny. I love Bubbles. She's always got a good laugh. Yeah. Poor Bubbles. Followed her. I planted all this farm stuff and then I broke it because I'm smart. And meanwhile, they haven't fixed all this yet. Oh. You want to be the next dupe since you saved my eyeballs. I feel like that's a good trade-off, Silver Moose. I 100% agree. What's producing all the chlorine over there, and how can we exploit it? I think the chlorine is actually coming in. It was in this space in here. And when I released the steam from and oxygen from this area, it sorted itself out and pushed the chlorine downwards, and it allowed it to go through the ladder that I had down here. It's a pretty good pocket of chlorine, though. Pretty happy that... Ooh, who made a mess? Oh, you peed on the floor, which means you probably peed in the water, you jerk. Yep, there it is. Fortunately, that water's pretty much gone. Ha! Joke's on you, buddy. Oh. All the toilets were broken at once. That's impressive since they're on priority 9. I feel like they don't do the priority of stuff that I would normally expect anymore. Maybe it's because I had some duplicants die and the order of things got messed up. Oh, they're still building that. Alright. Continue your research, little duplicants. This is finally a ranch, so maybe we get somebody to do some proper ranching now. Rustbane research, and Travis. Why was I bringing Travis in again? Machinery, athletics, creativity. So I guess you can go with, I don't know, operating? I broke all the statues, meaning to rebuild them for better artwork, and I completely forgot to rebuild them, so I should do that too. There's granite. Put Durgan to work in here, making some fancy statues. Are you really banned? What do you mean banned? Oh, for suggesting pineapple on pizza. I like pineapple on pizza. Don't ban people for pineapple on pizza. I actually like it with pepperoni and pineapple. I'm like a cracker thin crust. That's right. I'm putting you to work, Durgan. Get that artwork underway. Make some fancy statue things. Mess all the Great Hall. We need to get better artwork in here. We don't have a plus 20 decor item, unfortunately. Oh, actually, why am I refilling this? Let's stable this building. Still a mess hall. We need a plus 20 decor item. Or did you already update based on the plants? I mean, I thought the plants would have given enough decor, but they don't seem to be cutting it. Total decor plus 60. Positive value mirth leaf plus 50. There's 2 of them. I feel like it should meet the condition, but it's not. Great Hall is 32 to 120. This room size is 64, so it meets that. We have a plus 20 decor item. We have a recreational building, unless this doesn't qualify as recreational building anymore. Outside of a recreation room. I mean, that is a recreational building, so I don't know why it's not qualifying as a Great Hall. Jess Stewart, next colony update. Pepperoni pineapple pizza. Just make everybody twitch. You can't have pineapple on pizza. Yes, you can. The great pineapple debate of 2018 or whatever it was. Oh, they're still not done that. Come on. Come on, you guys. Oh, you're out of water. Well, I guess that's a thing. Let's just mop up this mess and then you'll have a little more. And then up here, I can extend this ladder up a little bit. We'll mop up the water that's here so nobody's walking in it. And then we can just put pitcher pump up here for now. He used to have a single item with plus 20 decor itself. Yeah, but the mirth leaf gives like plus 25, I thought. Oh no, it's plus 50 for all 4 of them, so I guess that won't cut it. I gotta research better art. I mean, it's okay for now. I mean, I'm not exactly stressed for morale at the moment. Oh, odd mix of gases over here. It's very strange that this is not sorting itself out a little better. Huh. Sean Hilton with Super Chat. Does vetoing dupe suggestion names work? Nope, afraid not. But thank you for the super chat. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate the support. Look at all this salt water. I'm gonna need a door on here to keep this thing from overflowing. If I keep digging down, it's just gonna leak out eventually. Guess I could dig out over here a little bit. Oh, the farm's built. Yeah! Okay, let's wrangle this guy and get him out of here. Get out of here, you jerk. Gas pressure is significantly better, so this should be all good to go. 29 degrees. It's just at that threshold where it should grow, too. Give me that sweet, sweet meal ice, which is... No, what? Body temperature. It's hovering at the wrong temp. Look at that door so it moves a little quicker. It's stuck on the ceiling for a second after they timed it up. I can't get loose. Okay, some of it's growing. That's good. Alright. Leave that be for a bit. I may gotta deconstruct this here, I think, and we'll just put, I don't know, put an airflow tile or something there. Starvation. Oh, Sean Hilton's starving. That's not good. Vitals. Where are we here? Sean Hilton just dropped below 1,000. Shadow Leroy with a super chat. Making Durgan work. You might want to give him another dragon to play with. That dragon being me. Thanks, Shadow Leroy. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much for the support. Oh, they peed over here, too. All right, cooling off the batteries the organic way. All natural. Oh, you know what? We haven't changed our schedules around a bit. And yeah, we should add a new schedule. Even out our bathroom time usage just a little bit. There we go. And we'll just send a random assortment of duplicates over here. There we go. Go do your thing, little guys. Maybe the lights need to be on for it to turn into a mess hall. I don't think so, no. I mean, so, like, if you look over here, this turned into a stable, even though this light's not plugged in. We had a bathroom in here at one point, but it's it's been disconnected because this door's not being fixed. I gotta get a constructor in here so we can put some prioritized on that. Building things is not really much of a priority for us right now. Didn't know, so were they able to harvest the salt vine once? No, they couldn't. I don't think anyway. Let's find out. Nope. We have salt sitting right here. Salt, dirt, etc. Just hanging out there. Duplicates need diaper technology. No, I don't have paintings research, but we also didn't have access to reed fiber for the longest time. I feel like everything takes longer than I want it to. Probably because we don't have a builder. Who has some building skills? Our chef does. Of course they do. Durgan's got some too. Let's put Durgan, we'll put temporary decorating. And we'll also give Durgan a priority in building for now. Frostbane similarly has some construction. Alright. Look that way. See what happens. Great Hall requires one single decor item to plus 20. Yeah, I know. For some reason I thought the plants would cut it, but they didn't. And then the statue I have in there is like plus 18, so it's off by just a little bit. Although, actually, I can probably make one out of refined metal now. Alright, maybe not. I just need a bigger statue in there. We'll have to do more. We'll have to research the other decor items. Tap using gold if you have it. It won't let me make gold either. The only place that I found gold so far is way up here, and we also haven't dug it up just yet. The duplicates are kind of taking their time and going up here, probably because they have to hold their breath every time they head that direction. It's not entirely conducive to their survival. At least our farm's growing. Temperature's not great, but it's growing. Just like treading right on that edge of being too hot. Insufficient resource water. Oh yeah, we need to get this going. Oh, tofu. Tofu takes nosh beans and water. Is that it? Just nosh beans and water? Not that I have any nosh beans because they take really cold temperatures to grow, but yeah, food's been a serious problem the entire time. Frostbane's gonna die next. Sorry, Frostbane. Your time on this planet is limited. This is priority 9, and they're. I need them to like really focus on getting it done because they're really not doing it as a priority 9 kind of item. Okay, good. You supplied the computer. That's perfect. The microwave washer is waiting for materials, but yep, you gave the water to the computer. Does that make sense? Ooh, fried mushrooms, 8,400 kilocalories. Prince, I want another duplicant, but frankly, the food might keep somebody alive. It's like, wow, they gobbled that up fast. We're down to 0 again. Colony was lost due to space squirrels. Isn't there an emergency mode you can activate, CrypticFox? You can't specifically specify what to do in emergency. I don't know that they. No, I think when you activate the emergency, they ignore their basic needs. So the tricky part there is that they could suffocate or starve to death while they're doing the activities you're telling them to do because they completely ignore their survival. Which presents certain challenges when you want them to stay alive. This is the weirdest colony I've built in this game, like, since I started, I think. Thermal aqua tuner takes 1.2 kilowatts of power. I wonder. This polluted water is like 32 degrees, 38 degrees. I'll take a fair amount of cooling. I want to give these people some proper toilets, but apparently I don't have that researched yet. So go me. Strange all the different things you need with the altered mechanics. A lot of the old tricks no longer work. Well, you know what it is like I got so used to playing the game because I've been playing it for so long that there was a rhythm that I played with. You know, I had a pattern of doing things that would just always work out for me. And on an asteroid like this, where I don't have the normal starting biome and resource allocations are different, I have to play differently. So I'm like restructuring the way I play. So yeah, for sure, I mean, I've said it a whole bunch of times already when we were talking about this when the update was coming out, but it's like a whole new game now. It's kind of cool. Also, dead space in the center colony that just floats. Yeah. Yeah, just a lot of dead space for the most part. I mean, it's well oxygenated dead space, but there it is. I'm surprised how much gas is floating around in here. It's right next to the oxygen, but it's not getting very well oxygenated. It's strange. I don't know. Well, whatever. I mean, they can still breathe, so that's good. You're good for another 600 hours of Oni Easy. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I probably only have 600 in it now, to be honest. What have we got? Yeah, 569 hours according to this. And now they basically just changed the whole game. It's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Don't need this anymore since there's no water there. They need to add the soil and green research option. It's just so wrong. Instead of putting your duplicates in the grave, you actually put them in a little cold storage. Make use of them later. Alright, they finished that. Where's my bathroom stuff? Let's get some... No, I do have proper lavatory things. Why didn't I have... Oh, here it is. That's what I needed. Distillation. Yeah, we could turn these off for a little while. It is a little warm in here. The center area is just like 44 or 45 degrees. That's crazy hot. What happened? some broth bars going has to be going insane with all the changes. Oh, broth cart. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the nice thing is that for those of us that make content related to Oxygen Unincluded, it's a whole new stream of content to make. Lots more fun stuff to play around with, right? So plus, oh yeah, this. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the death. Oh, duplicants. This is priority 9, and nobody does it like it's a priority 9 job. They're running around doing everything else. I even have people who are prioritized to cooking, I think. At least it did. Yep, oh, there goes our chef. 2 dead. This colony's toast. I don't get why they aren't prioritizing cooking higher, or like using the microbe musher. Unless it's considered operating instead of cooking. Who's got that skill for... well, no, because even then Travis would be focused on doing the operating. So it can't be that either. I don't get it. Wait, who died? 2 people died. Rage Dragon died, and so did Evie Hannah. Sorry, Evie Hannah. Sorry, Rage Dragon. 2 more duplicates for the pile. Micro Rusher's operations. But I have somebody prioritized for operating. And they're not doing it either. Thinking, building, ranching, farming, operating, researching, cooking, tidying. This is all about algae terrariums, water sieves, etc. Food preparation. Duplicates will first choose what errand type to perform based on duplicate priorities. Then we'll choose individual tasks within that type of building priority set by the priority tool. Affected errands, space mission, generate power, tinker, operation supply, use fan, train, power supply, depressurize walls, fabricate, fabrication supply, cooking, cook supply. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of irritating though. I have a duplicate that has this as top priority and this is set for a 9 and they're not doing it. I'd like to lose 4 more, maybe make a musher yellow alert. This priority will override all the priorities and set the colony yellow alert until the errand is completed. They're still not doing it. It's top priority. Do this before everything else. They're still not doing it. Waiting for materials. Did I hear the redundant dragon tube is dead? Yep, one of them. Yep, there goes another duplicate. Oh, this colony's toast. Look, they even have food down here. Oh my god. I can't believe how bad I'm failing at this game since the update. It's so disturbing. How do I turn that off? They still wouldn't do it. That's insane. Oh, there's all this food down here. Perhaps try empty storage of the micro musher. Sometimes things get stuck. Oh, maybe. See what pops out. Dump a bunch of water on the floor. Who died now? 2 more duplicates are dead. Durgan starved to death. Sorry, Durgan. Apparently, you were one of the people who was a redundant dragon. Evie Hannah. Richard Osterwald also died. This colony is all about death. In my defense, the name of this colony is the Killing Fields. Just saying. Alright, well, we are at midnight, and this colony is going disastrously poorly. I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. I am traveling for work starting tomorrow. I won't be back until this weekend, so the next stream won't be until Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are following the channel, or you're on the stream rather, and you don't currently subscribe, go ahead and click that subscribe button. We'd love to see you come back. Hopefully, this will go a little bit better next time. I'm going to do some more experimenting off stream with a few other things I want to try to work on. To better set up like functional farming in hot environments and stuff like that. See what we can come up with. Yeah, this was not this did not go to plan. But thanks again for everyone for hanging out. I'm as always CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.